Halfway through the month of November, I tell you what, the calendar is just a-flying. So let's talk number one about precipitation, and then we'll talk about temperatures. Now, for the month, 1.59 inches, not too bad. We'll pick some up by the time we get to the weekend. And the amazing part is, after having such a wet spring, we've kind of evened out. We're now up a total of 1 inch since January 1. Now, if you go back to September 1, we're actually down 3 inches. So that's why we need to pick up just a little bit of rain, but the drought monitor has improved as we no longer have the severe area through southwest Missouri. We're able to stay with just the moderate right there on the north side of I-44, stretching up to the northern edge of southwest Missouri, yet we still see dry. Then down to the south, where we've seen a whole lot of rain just along I-44 right there that does not even register on the drought monitor. Now, as far as our temperatures go, our November average high of 68.8, guess what? That puts us for the 7th warmest on record through 16 days. And we'll see a little bump right here, but you got to remember 16 days in, that's really not going to have a whole lot of effect on what our average high is going to be. 62 right now as we look outside the mothership. Look at that wind coming in at 18 miles per hour. It's going to be a little bit of a blustery afternoon, and our temperatures, we're not going to see a whole lot of movement right now. We'll pretty much go mid-60s for the most part, but a clean Skywatch storm tracker, so no complaints about that. Now, what we do need to talk about is a low pressure system that's hanging over the Pacific Northwest right there. That's going to give them an inordinate amount of rain and snow. That's right, they're going to get mid-November snow that's going to follow the jet stream, but it's going to get blocked off by the Rockies right here and really not going to affect us at all through the course of our work week. As a matter of fact, that blocking motion that we're going to see, you can tell the warmer temperatures from the color contour is going to warm us up into the 70s by the time we're done with the work week. We have a catastrophe on our hands as far as Central America goes, and I don't use that word lightly. That's a word that I hardly ever use when it comes to weather. But we now have a Category 5 hurricane and what is Hurricane Iota. And it's going to make landfall as a Cat 5 right on the border of Honduras and Nicaragua right there. You have to remember, it was a mere 13 days ago. 13 days ago, they got hit by a Category 3. We're talking about impoverished nations. We're talking about governments that don't help support their people. We're talking about not a whole lot of infrastructure. And so this is something that we will report on here weather-wise for the next several days because it's going to be a mess. Like I said, expected to hit as a Category 5 when it makes landfall and then slowly progress. But we're still talking about a Category 1 there as it moves across Central America. Think about those people here because we are just very fortunate enough to have very calm weather, very peaceful weather, and actually very warm weather for this time of year. As a matter of fact, as we push into tomorrow, we'll see our temperatures slowly increase to the point where we're going to be talking about abnormally warm as we get through the middle of November into the latter stages. Don't have to worry about any freeze warnings or watches, despite the fact that we got below 30 today in portions of northeast Oklahoma. Didn't have anything spawn up, but look at this 7-day forecast. This is absolutely a thing of glory because what we can do is enjoy a great work week and a great school week for the kids. And yeah, I know, if I could take the rain, I'd shift it and get it out of the weekend, but we need a little bit of precip. And so we're still going to be riding 70s into Saturday, and then Saturday evening, we'll kick in the rain and take that into Sunday. And really, it's what we need. We'll get that out of the way before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, at least the temperatures will be decent this weekend, that's for sure.
And when we push into next week, we're talking about great travel weather too. I know a whole lot of people's travel plans have changed. We saw that as evident from the KOAM News Now Instapoll this morning. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be perfect to be out and about next week.
There you go. All right, thanks, Michael.